If you're an upcoming junior this year, this video is for you. I'm going to be sharing tips and advice that has helped me get through junior year and also things that I wish I knew sooner. This is pretty important because junior year is the worst year ever. I literally wanted after junior year. So first off, I'm going to start off with some school supplies or stationery that I think might be really useful for this school year and honestly any school year in general. So first on the list, we have a whiteboard, and I think this is pretty useful because if you're going to take a math class, which I sure hope you are, it saves a lot of paper because if you're solving like a complex math problem, you might not get it the first time, so you're going to obviously need to erase it and redo it again. It's really easy to do that on a whiteboard as compared to a paper because when you do it on paper and you realize that you've been doing it wrong, you're going to have to erase everything. That's going to take forever, and that wastes a lot of paper. So I got this whiteboard from TikTok shop, and it came with like a hanger. I can hang it up on my wall like this. And it also came with an eraser, like this. So the next item I have on the list is an accordion folder. And this is what it looks like. And I have tabs that can organize all my papers by their classes. It is so convenient because it gives you easy access to your papers as compared to a regular folder that I have here. If I wanted like to find a specific paper, I'd have to like do this. That's exhausting. But an accordion folder, it's a little less work than that. And it also makes your backpack less heavy because you wouldn't have to use a regular big ass binder like this. Nope. Like this takes up so much more weight than this. This is top tier organizing right here. So the next up on the list is tape runner, and I would show you guys what it looks like, but I can't because I broke mine. Yeah, so I'm just gonna show you just gonna tell you what it does and show you what I did with the tape runner. So basically a tape runner is just like this little device. It's kind of like a glue stick because you drag the thing on the paper and it leaves double-sided tape, and I just think it's better than just a double-sided tape dispenser itself because you don't gotta touch it and everything. It was pretty helpful for taking notes for me because when I took calc, my teacher would hand out papers, and I wanted to keep all of my calc notes in one notebook, so I didn't want to have another folder or another binder to keep all the calc papers, so I would stick all of the calc papers in with the calc notebook, and the tape runner helped with that. So let me show you one of the pages. So this was the first unit, which was limits, and I stuck the paper onto my notebook page with the tape runner. And you can do this with small papers too, so you can attach diagrams onto your projects or your notes. Then we have the calculator, and it's a graphing calculator specifically because I know people are gonna be like, oh yeah, obviously a calculator, it's school, but some people only have scientific calculators. No, you need a graphing calculator, and I recommend this one specifically. It's from Casio, and it's mirrored, FX9750G3. I don't know what it means, but this one specifically, I know it costed $99 or $100, but it was worth it because it can solve anything for you. It can solve derivatives, it can solve integrals for you. It will literally graph for you. It's called a graphing calculator. It also solves equations for you. So if a quadratic equation is way too complex for you, you can't factor it, you can't complete the square, you can't do that shit, then this calculator will help with that. If you just learn how to use it, it will literally come in handy. And sorry if you don't know what I mean by integrals or derivatives, that's calc stuff. But if you do know what I mean, then yeah, this calculator literally does all that with its graph. Let me graph something out for y'all. So I just graphed the function square root of 1 over x. And then let's say I graph another function, which is y equals x. Then I can just do F5, which is desolve, and then intersect, which is F5 again. And then it'll tell you the point where it intersects, and that's the solution. So if you don't have this specific calculator, I suggest you get it. It's worth $100. I had this since I was a sophomore. People underestimate this all the time, but planners. Get a planner. It'll help you organize all your thoughts, all of your tasks, all your homework, and anything that's upcoming for you. You can write it down in a planner. Planners will help you feel so much more productive because when you cross something off your to-do list, you'll feel this sense of accomplishment and it feels amazing. And you don't only have to write in tasks, you can also write about stuff that you're looking forward to, and being excited for something will help your days of junior year go by faster. And that was one of the advice that I had in mind for you guys, but yeah. So now I'm gonna get into the tips, the advice that I wish I knew sooner. So first off, we have the smaller the circle, the better the people. Because trust me, a lot of people in high school are gonna be literal snakes. You literally can't trust anyone these days, unfortunately. That's the sad truth. Some of the people that you hang out with at lunch in the beginning of the year are not gonna be the same people you'll hang out with at the end of the year. And there were times when I have gotten into drama because I trusted people too much. I would trust people with my sensitive information, and then they would just end up going out to other people, and then other people find out about it. And it's all because I trusted that one thing. No, but seriously, this just comes to prove that people can't be trusted easily, and that's just a hard truth. Sometimes the bigger friend group doesn't mean the happier friend group. So the next time you feel like wanting to trust somebody with such sensitive information, just think to yourself, has this person ever defended me in the past? And if they didn't, then will they defend me in the future? And if the answer to any of those questions are no, then I'd say stay away from them. The next tip I have for you is to drop any unnecessary activities that don't interest you. They're only going to waste your time. Like, I get it, you want to stand out as much as possible by having as many extracurriculars and activities as you can, but trust me, it's not going to be important. Like, what colleges really look forward to is like consistency and leadership. So if you can show any of that in the very few extracurriculars that you are actually passionate about and can make a significant impact from them, then you'll be fine. More than fine, actually. I can't stress this enough. But do not skip your meals. Please do not skip your meals. Oh, but can I at least skip breakfast?
No!
You gotta have at least breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You're not skipping any of those. I am a competitive swimmer, so I had to practice in the morning, which is like before school. So after practice, I would go to school and literally not have breakfast because I didn't have time. But then I also didn't have lunch because I was just being stupid, you know, trying to save time type shit. But because of those habits, I would be so tired. Like, there would always be at least one class that I'm like fighting for my life to not fall asleep in. And that's because I wasn't eating enough. So you guys gotta be eating enough. I know you guys hate to hear it, but start preparing for APs during March. Like, March, or even better, is February. I know how much you guys hate to hear that, but the more you guys tell yourself that, oh, I'm gonna study later, oh no, actually I have time in April, the more you push it back, the more it will just go further and further and closer to AP season, to the point where you won't even have time to study anymore. So just start now, and if it's that hard to start, just try to like tell yourself that you'll spend at least 30 minutes a day. And this one's pretty important too, but build connections with your teachers. And it doesn't have to be all your teachers. It can just be teachers that you like, teachers that teach the subjects that you're struggling in, any of them. You can spend some extra time after school to talk to your teachers and let them know that you're struggling. I promise you, they would love to help. I wasn't struggling that terribly in physics, but sometimes I would, and whenever I did, I would always talk to my teacher. He was really cool. Like, I really liked his unmatched energy. Teachers love to see students that are actually trying and making an effort to do better. So if you ask your teacher a question, like, it just shows them that you're willing to go out of your way to do better. You can also get to know your teachers better. Like, you don't always have to talk to them about school or anything academic. You can literally just have a conversation with them like a normal person. The last tip I have for you guys is a study tip, and this one is basically practice questions are more effective than just rereading your notes and reading textbooks. Like, I promise you, when you're doing practice questions, like, you're actively recalling the information. I know that's cliche, everyone says it, active recall, but it's true, guys, it's true. And when you're just rereading notes, like, it's just inactive. Sometimes you might not even be retaining the information if you're just reading it. That's how I used to study for history, like, during my sophomore year, and that's why I didn't really get the scores I wanted. I would keep on rereading my history notes, and then I would spend like 7 hours doing that, but then when I actually took the test, I would get like freaking 60s and 70%. I'm not stupid, it was an AP ass class, okay guys? It's an AP. Practicing problems, like, it will literally train your brain to get better at those kind of problems. Practice questions that you know are going to be similar to the test. Anyways, that's all I have to say for the upcoming juniors. If you're an upcoming junior and you're watching this, I hope you took away at least one thing from this video. Get ready for hell, good luck, you got this, and maybe if you remember one thing from this video, it'll be less hell. Just remember to stay strong, keep your head up. Bye! Let me know how I did on my first video.